Do we sound very Australian to you? Like, I know Johnny does. Do I sound very, like, the typical Australian?
I guess so. Do I sound like the typical American?
Yeah, you really do.
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, you sound like... So tell us a bit about Tennessee.
Well, I live in Nashville, which is the capital, which is also the music capital.
Yep.
A lot of people here are rednecks.
Are they?
Yeah, I used to live in West Tennessee, and I had a really bad country accent.
Oh, did you?
Like, I would walk up to people and be like, "Hey, y'all, how's it going?" But then I moved to Nashville, and...
So is Nashville a bit more northern influenced?
Yeah, more than the other parts of the state, but it's still kind of, like, all mixing together, because, like, there's some people at my school that have extreme country accents, but then there's other people that you can't really tell.
Oh, okay.
That's amazing.
That's pretty amazing, because in Australia, it's all just the same, isn't it?
Well,
The only vary you've got is the amount of bogan. Yeah, no, here you've got, like, you haven't got that many different accents. You've either got the Australian, typical Australian, you've got bogan Australian, or you've got the odd New Zealander.
and then you've got the overseas, so Indian, whatever.
Yeah,
so
we've
on,
got
so
a
forth.
lot of people. We've got a pretty mixed country.
What is it like in your school? Is it very American-based, or is it multicultural?
It's actually pretty multicultural. There's a lot of different kind of people everywhere in my school.
Any Aussies at your school?
No.
No Aussies whatsoever.
Mm-mm.
Oh, we're underrepresented in Tennessee.
Do you know any Australians that live in America?
Actually, I was in the hospital about a year ago, and I've been telling my dad from the time that I was really little that I'm going to marry an Australian. And I'm a musician, and so he had somebody come into the hospital room and play guitar and sing to me that was from Australia.
That's amazing.
Do you know who he was?
I don't, but he was like 40-something years old, so it didn't really matter anyway.
Well, it could be Jimmy Barnes or anyone.
Probably some random
Shout out to you, Jimmy. Alright, so give us a few more facts about Tennessee, like, anything. Just like, your run-of-the-mill, what's going on in Tennessee?
What's the news?
I mean, there really isn't that much news, but like a lot of people go and hang out like on the lakes, and there's rivers and stuff, so we're basically in our free time trying to do something in the water because it's usually pretty good temperature here.
How warm is it? How warm is it today?
Today, I don't know the exact temperature, but I mean, it's been kind of colder since it's getting later in the year, but usually it's not really that cold until late November.
That's right, because you guys are on holidays now, and you like to call that fall break, is it?
Yeah, but it doesn't really count because it's only 2 days.
So you only get 2 days of holidays?
Yeah.
What?
Wow, that's just a long weekend for us.
Yeah, that's a normal
So,
weekend for us.
fall for our listeners, fall is the American term for autumn.
Oh, alright.
And it's right in the middle of autumn for them, as it is in the middle of spring for us. So Anna is currently on fall break, which comprises of
2 days.
2 days.
That's...
So it's a 4-day weekend. So it's basically the Queen's birthday for us.
Yeah, so how does your schooling work? Do you have the 4 terms that we have? What?
Yeah, we do.
So you got
Yeah, 4
4
terms,
terms and
2 semesters?
Yes.
Okay, so it's, yeah.
How do holidays work? So clearly you don't have the same amount of holidays as us.
Well, it depends on the school system. A couple years ago, our fall break was a week to a week and a half, but now we only get 2 days for fall break and just a couple days for spring break, but then we get 2 weeks for winter break. So it just kind of depends on the school system because some school systems are year-round, so they get longer breaks, but their summer break is shorter.
How long do you have for summer break? Like usually?
We have from around May 25th to August 11th.
Oh, that's pretty long, I think. That goes through June and July, doesn't it?
I'm not very
Yes.
good with
I don't know my months.
I don't know my months. So what were the dates again?
Goes from May till August.
I'm trying to find my
Yes.
That's like
calendar.
3 months or something. Okay, that's not bad. That's longer than us. We only get about 2 months.
Yeah.
But we get 2 weeks in between every term.
We
of
get
school.
2 weeks in between every term, and we get 3 weeks in between
In the middle.
in winter.
Oh, okay.
So we get a lot more holidays than
Yeah,
you.
we get a lot more.
So, oh, wow,
What is your average school day comprise of? Is it 9 till 3 or?
Our school day starts at 7:30 and ends at 2:37.
So it's about the same time that. Oh
Yeah.
no,
No,
they
it's
get like an
longer.
hour longer.
Yeah, but let's start
So,
some days earlier.
that's an early start, isn't it?
That is an early.
Do you walk to school, Anna, or do you drive, or?
Right now I ride the bus. No, actually, my dad takes me to school, but I'm gonna have my license in a couple weeks, so I'll drive myself.
That's right. Because how old are you?
I'll be 16 on November 9th.
Because you guys get your license at 16, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah, we get ours at 18.
That's,
So that's weird for us.
Fortunate.
and
But-
in Victoria, we have to spend 120 hours of learning practice before we can even attempt to go for our,
Our license.
our license.
Yeah.
Which is still
Well, some
restricted.
places have to do that here too.
Yeah.
All right.
In Tennessee, what is the legal drinking limit age?
21.
21.
Wow.
Okay.
Is it very strict? Like, do the cops actually, the cops, police, I
Police,
guess,
Mounties.
what do you call them?
Police or cops.
Oh, so they call them cops.
Okay, so they
Alright,
call them cops.
Are the cops very strict on that rule?
I guess it depends on which one, but usually they are. But people still find a way to get alcohol and then get away with things.
yeah, that's happened here before.
At parties, is there a lot of alcohol?
Yeah, usually there is. I don't really go to parties that much, but there is a lot of
Is there?
alcohol
Alright,
at the
so
parties
it's not
usually.
too different. From
I've got to ask, do you have, and this is purely from the American Pie movies, do you have those stereotypical red party cups at your house parties?
Yeah.
You do. That's
I
insane.
did not expect
That's
that.
crazy. I thought that was just like a running gag, but
I
they
didn't
actually...
even notice it until you just said it then.
So why is that? Don't you guys drink out of beer bottles, or is it just... Do you just pour all your beer into those cups? Like, how does it work?
I don't really know, but I know that those cups are really cheap. Like,
Yeah.
you can get a lot of them for, like, $1. And so most people just buy them for the parties, and then if there's cups there and somebody has a drink in a can or in a bottle, they'll usually end up pouring it into the cup anyways. I don't
That's
really
incredible.
know why.
It's so strange.
See, we just drink straight out of the bottle.
because we're men down here.
Yeah, we're men. We just eat the glass afterwards.
That's crazy. This is such a culture shock for me.
It really is. Massive culture shock. And I'm sure it's a culture shock for any of our listeners who don't know much about America.
Do you have any questions, or what are the things you know about Australia? Or
What's the most famous thing you know about
yeah,
Australia?
that's a good one.
I mean, I know about the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah,
That's about it.
that's about it. Do the words Sydney Harbour Bridge ring anything with you?
The
No.
Opera House?
Mm-mm.
MCG?
No.
Pakenham.
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 Pakenham doesn't even ring bells with people in Melbourne.
No, I don't think it does.
What about Ayers Rock or Uluru?
Yeah, I learned about those in school.
Did ya?
What were you told?
I don't remember.
It's a
That's fair
big
enough.
rock in
I
the
mean,
middle of Australia.
Australia doesn't really have that much of an interesting history. Alright, so we're going to take it that you don't know much about Melbourne then.
Nope.
So you're in year 10 or year 9?
You're 10.
Year 10, alright. Do you call it year 10 or do you call it the 10th grade?
10th grade.
10th grade, I thought.
So how does your schooling system work? Because there's freshmen. I've never understood
Well,
this. Freshman is...
I think it's the same as us because she turned 16... You turned 16 this year, don't you?
Yes.
So, yeah, and in year 10 here, you're 16.
Yeah, but what is a freshman a year 7 or a year 10?
Isn't freshman the start of uni?
Freshman is year 9.
Oh,
Okay,
gosh.
we're way off.
Alright. So what else is there? There's college, which is uni. I know that much.
Yeah.
What's high school for you?
High school is 9th grade or year 9 through 12th grade or year 12.
Okay,
Right.
so that's pretty much the same
Yeah.
for us.
Do you have a middle school?
Yes, we do.
What's,
You do?
What's that?
Most of them are 6th grade through 8th grade, but some of them start in 5th grade.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
pretty much
yeah, we
there.
start at 5.
So you got pretty much the same. as
And
us.
what do you call like a junior school or is that
not
preparatory or
We call it elementary school.
elementary?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
so
fine.
elementary is years 1
1
till
till 5.
4 or 5. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, all right.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
that's amazing.
I didn't realize it was so similar.